Hello, everyone. And it's actually me next. And we will be drawing today a camellia flower. I call it sort of Zen meditation. But first, I wanted to tell you a couple of words about me. Some of you might have seen the presentation in the Facebook group. So my name is Anna Denning, also known as Anna D Art on Facebook. And I think some of you who are here some of you who are here, sort of my students. Yes, hello, Cindy. I do have a question. So where are you from? So who is here today? So which countries I've seen those? Australia here, Belgium. I'm based in the UK. So we have Cyprus, Switzerland, Netherlands, USA, Russia. Fantastic. Oh, Italy. Oh, wonderful. Oh, another England, Russia. Wonderful. So many of you today, and thank you for being here. I know for some of you can be quite late. It's 10 o'clock here. Italy, Germany, wonderful. Faroe Islands, Denmark. Wow, this is brilliant. Fantastic. So, a couple of words about me. I'm a neurographic instructor and aesthetics art coach. I'm also a member of International Association of Neurogestalt. And in Russian it sounds wonderful, it sounds like mango, but the abbreviation in English is not as exciting as mango. But it's an organization for all the sort of Neurographica aesthetic art coaches, and they do all sorts of things to improve the qualifications and expertise of coaches. Yes, so Neurographica is absolutely amazing, as you might know, and I'm a big fan, and I can tell you it is a transformative art method, and I'm a living, breathing proof of it, because if you met me a couple of years ago, it changed my life completely. Before I start, I actually want to ask, is anybody in this group who's never done Neurographica before? Alina before me, she gave a lovely presentation how to draw Neurographic line and how to do rounding. Is there anybody in the group who is not familiar with rounding or with drawing Neurographic line? If you are totally new and you've just joined, can you please put minus? Oh, right, I have one, Astrid. First introduction, never done this before. Okay, somebody else is here. So before we start the drawing itself, I'm going to show you just very quickly how to draw Neurographic lines and how to do rounding. Okay, so I'm going to just quickly show you. This is what I've done earlier, so this is what we will be drawing. And as I say, it's a Neurocamellia flower. We have Neurolotus. We haven't had Neurocamellia. This is something that I came up with, and it is a really lovely drawing. Kind of really puts you into this Zen meditation stage. And okay, so I'm going to swap the camera around and just grab a piece of paper. So for today's class, we will need paper for album. I've got an album prepared. We will need markers or liners. So I'm using this wonderful liner. It's calligraphic Japanese, so it's thin from one side, and it's lovely brush on the other side, and it's really good for drawing these beautiful energy field lines. Okay, so I will disappear for a second, and because I'm swapping my camera to work. Okay, so I hope you can see well. Can you please put plus if you can see my paper well? All right, lovely. Just to make sure that it is, yep, fantastic. Okay, so how would you draw neurolines in Neurographica? Neurographic lines are the magic lines. They're also called Piskarev lines because they were developed kind of by Mr. Pavel Piskarev, the maestro of Neurographica. And they are the lines that never repeat themselves on any point of its journey. So I will just draw one for you, and I will draw a normal line, and you will see how it is different from a normal line. Okay, so if somebody asks you to draw a line, normally we just go, okay, or if somebody says, oh no, please, can you draw a wavy line? And often people do something like this. So this line, if you see, it repeats itself, okay, and it shows our stereotypical thinking. So neurographic line is the line that never repeats itself. And we literally, every time when we draw a line, we need to feel a little bit of resistance. So I explain, and all other instructors, they explain how to draw beautiful neurographic lines during the basic user course. But for now, just sort of draw, a couple of lines, and they shouldn't repeat themselves. Okay, and literally you should really feel a bit of tension. Your hand wants to go up and you take it any other way but up. So you always kind of like, kind of have this resistance and struggle with yourself a little bit. So after those beautiful lines cross, we create little corners. Even if sometimes they don't look particularly sharp, still it is a corner, and anything that's a corner or triangle signifies danger for our brain, because this is something, if we step on this, it's going to hurt, all right? So what we do is every single sort of these cross sections we round beautifully, and we create a safe environment for our brain. Can you see? Sort of it's from being sharp, we create harmony, and we create beauty. Oh, I can see that somebody can only see black screen. Can you see me? If you can see me, can you please press 1, put 1? Okay, fantastic. So Cleo, if you can't see it, you will probably need to reload, refresh. And if you refresh, it will come back up. Okay? All right. So we basically, every single corner that we create when we draw those lines, and everywhere where lines cross, we round. Okay, and we create this beautiful neurographic pattern. It already looks like our neural cells. I love it. It looks like, we're watching our brain through electronic microscope. So yeah, so I hope that this is kind of clear for everybody. So for all our newcomers, I sometimes even like to sit down and draw a few lines and do rounding. And even this, calms you down, and it's a wonderful kind of way to relieve stress. So I hope that this is clear. Can you please put, never done it before? Is it all clear for you now? Oh, we're waiting for those number 2s. Perfectly clear. Thank you. Ryan. Fantastic. So I'm glad it is clear. So today we will be drawing Neurocamellia, and it is the topic of this conference is all about love. And speakers before me, they were drawing love, and Margarita even touched on the subject of self-love. So today I'll be drawing with you self-love, and we'll be nourishing our self-love. And in order to, for some of you might have not forgotten how camellias look like, I went to my garden today and I took this beautiful flower. I have a really big bush of camellias, so I'm sure that that's okay. So I picked one flower. So this is how it looks like. Normally, this is a hybrid. Normally they have kind of a center, and it has flowers around it. And actually, our favorite tea, normal tea that we drink, it comes from the camellia flower plant. Camellia, the reason why I want to draw camellia is because camellia is a symbol of love in Asia, especially in China and Japan. So before we start, I would like you to take a piece of paper and write as many words as you can in 10 minutes. And I want you to write down qualities that you love about yourself. So I'm sure there is, all sorts of qualities we like about ourselves, how we're friendly towards other people, how much we love dogs and animals and pets, how much we donate to charity, what we look like. Some of you might like certain parts of your body, your relationship with other people. Oh, 2 minutes, not 10. Sorry, did I say 10? No, just 2 minutes. And, just think about what your parents, what your kids might like about you. So I'm going to time now 2 minutes, and please write down as many words as you can about self-love. What do you love yourself for? Okay. If you are ready, let's start now. Okay, and the time is up now. Can you please let me know how many words you wrote down? I've got 29 words. That's quite pleased with that. Okay, we have 19, 22, 26, 2018. Fantastic. You're brilliant. That's a lot of words. That's wonderful. Now I would like you to look at your list of words, and I would like you to highlight your 8 words that you like the most. Okay, I've got my 8 words. Don't worry, we're going to use all your words, but I just wanted to for you to pick your 8 favorite ones just to start to get the ball rolling. Okay, so I'm going to swap the camera around again now, and we will start. Okay, fantastic. So if you get your liners or markers ready, I want you to start to draw in the center of the page a circle, which is about sort of 3 fingers in diameter. So roughly 3 fingers in diameter. Oops, wrong side. So this will be kind of the heart of our flower. And after you do, don't worry if it is not perfect. Don't worry if the the circle is not very circular, because mine certainly is not. And what I want you to do, I want you just to start exploring the inside of this circle. And I want you to go around it and explore sort of the borders from border to border, and with neurographic line. And I want you to imagine yourself walking in the wonderful green garden along the path. And as you go along the path, you found a little teddy bear that's lying down on the grass. And you go, and then you see on this path a little child that is standing there. You can see that this child is upset about something, and he or she is lost. So you come to this child and you understand that this child is lost that teddy bear that you're holding, and it means the world. I'm going to be saying her because I'm a girl. But if there's gentlemen here, just think about this child as a boy. And I come to this girl and I call out for her and give her this teddy bear. And she looks so happy and just so happy. And then she looks up at you and you can see that this child is you when you were little. So when you feel complete, you give her a hug and you just feel so happy, like you found something that you were looking for. So, and with this feeling of love for yourself, I want you to start drawing 8 petals of this flower. And the petals in Camellia flower, they are harmonious and they're round. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And now I want you to go back to those 8 words that you wrote, that you really, certain qualities that you really love about yourself. And I want you either to write them, now you know how to write it prettily, or you can just name them, or you can put a letter. So I'm just going to be putting little letters. For example, I've got artistic, so I put A here, energetic, so I put E, kind, K, fun, F, and Mr. Petal. And joyful. So So now you're almost like telling your brain, and these are your qualities. So now this is almost sort of the bud of your flower, and where it's going now to open and become more and more beautiful. So now we will be drawing more petals. And if you know what they mean, you can name them from the list. They don't have to be perfect, all those petals, because every flower is beautiful and unique, same as we are. So you can add more and more petals. You can name them, you can write words in them, or you can just name them in your mind. And this is how a beautiful flower is going to open up and blossom. As I draw, I look at the words, and each petal in my mind I name. Like, for example, one of them is I love pets. This is a big petal. I wonder what this one will mean. Yep, I know what it's going to mean. Yes, I'm going to actually name it. Alright, and so we're making it flower bigger and bigger. And I want to remind you to breathe deeply and just monitor your thoughts as they come and go, and what emotions you're feeling. I hope that you feel more love for yourself. As you can see, the flower grows bigger and bigger. And now I don't even know when one row of flowers start and the other ends. And some of the qualities that we have here at the beginning, we will grow them. I think I'm going to just look at your flower now, just see if it is symmetrical or not. Like, for example, this has got less petals than here, so I'm going to make it slightly more balanced. Mm-hmm. So when you're happy with the amount of flowers that you got, that we can start rounding the drawing. Okay, and as I showed you the rounding, everywhere where lines cross, we round things. I'm actually at the resourceful flower here, and I wanted to just say to all of you that we're all full of resources, and actually Neurographic is a fantastic tool for bringing these resources through drawing, through conscious drawing, finding them within ourselves and putting them to good use. We're always okay. We know what's best for us, and we have everything that we need inside ourselves. And as I say, Neurographic is a great tool to do it. You don't need to be able to draw. at all. I actually have an art background. I did 5 years of art school. But even if I didn't, I would still be amazing in neurographics because we're just using really simple techniques when we draw. And it's actually my favorite tool for bringing creativity out of people. Literally because anybody can do it. And with a little bit of practice, everybody can become amazing, unique artists. I had students in my class at my basics user course who hasn't drawn since school. And now they're really, really accomplished artists in their own right. They say it's a fantastic tool to bring the best out of people. And it's changed my life quite a bit. If somebody told me even a year ago that I will be presenting at the conference with quite a few people watching, I wouldn't believe. But now through drawing, through working on internal limitations, impossible things become possible. Okay, how are you enjoying the rounding? Please put put plus if you are enjoying rounding. Fantastic. I'm glad to hear it. Lovely. So I will hope to finish rounding quite soon and actually spend some time playing with color because I love color in Neurographica. I just love color in general. Color's got so much power for healing and for bringing energy. I've just finished the Neurocolor course, which I love doing. And I'm so happy that the Institute is bringing the Instructors program to the English-speaking world. It's long overdue. It is, it will be really, really lovely to see more people in the English-speaking world doing Neurographica. And one of my missions in life is making people draw and create. And as I say, I've seen literally takes a couple of months and people become amazing artists. Yeah, and the Instructor's course, it's great. I can't say it's particularly easy, but it's just you do so much internal work when you study, when you go through different algorithms. And I obviously started with the basics and I've done specialist, and then I went into to study the aesthetic art coach, and then I quickly realized that that's kind of not enough. I want to be the instructor, and I want to bring this beautiful method to people. Yes, how are you? Hello, Anna, darling. Hello. When will the English speaking instructor course start? It will start soon. And at the end of this conference, we have a treat. We have Pavel Piskaryov himself is going to be doing a presentation, and also Anton Piskaryov, and they will be talking about the Instructor's course. All I can say is soon, but I'm not going to spoil the surprise, and I will leave you in suspense for a bit longer, so they will let you know. Yes. So, as an instructor, I teach basic user course, and I teach all the algorithms that part of the instructor's course, like neurocolor, neurocontact, neurocomposition, mandala, neurosketching, all these beautiful things that even if you don't want to become an instructor, they're great algorithms just to enrich your own life and learn more about yourself. And communicate more efficiently with the outside world, with other people. Cindy, I wouldn't worry because everything will be in the recording. A few days later, all the videos will be published for your enjoyment and for your knowledge. So all of these videos, all the participants, they will be recorded, and they will go, and the videos will be available at the group. I might actually put, oops, no. I will do it at the end. After I finish, I will send the, I've already been posting the links to the Facebook group. There's also a Telegram chat, actually. So if anybody is familiar with Telegram, we have a Telegram chat, and there will be all the announcements about videos, etc. They will come there. So after I finish the drawing, I will send you the link to the Facebook group. It's called Neurographica Conference 2021. So I wonder how you do. Is there anybody here who's finished the rounding? Remember to breathe, to drink water if you have some water with you. Just as we nourish our camellia, our flower of love, to ourselves. Drink water. Oh, yep, somebody is done already. Fantastic. Yes, monitor how your body is feeling. Are you feeling relaxed? Are you feeling cold, hot? Everything is important. And if you do the basic user course, the instructor will tell you how important all these, sensations are in the process. I always say to my students that Neurographica is not just the art method, it's also a body-oriented practice. We learn how to respect our body and to listen to it. Yes, and the subject of, I find that Neurographica, participating in Neurographica is a form of self-love. Because we give ourselves time to learn more about ourselves. And to learn what we need. Okay, I think I'm done. One tip from me, if you're not sure if there's, you need more rounding, you just basically grab your paper and you turn it around and you see where you need more rounding. Yes, sometimes just showing up is a way to indicate to the self that you care. Good words, beautifully said. There's also, when I was preparing for this, I found an Oscar Wilde quote which says, "To love oneself is the beginning of a lifelong romance." So I almost want to write it down. So to love oneself is the beginning of a lifelong romance. I thought that was beautiful, beautifully said. So once you've rounded all the petals, you can always, maybe not even now, maybe later, you can just round all these little corners if you have any. I don't have many inside the flower. Okay, so no man is an island. So there's always, we live in society, we live among other people. And in order to manifest that, we're drawing these beautiful neurolines from our lotus, not lotus, I keep calling it lotus flower because the other day I was drawing neurolotus, from this camellia flower to the edges of the paper. Like this. And obviously when you create little corners, please round them. Remember what neurolines are. They don't repeat themselves on any point of its journey. And they go where you don't expect to see them. Yeah, so connect your flower to the edges of the paper and draw as many lines as you like, really. I look forward to seeing your beautiful drawings in the group. Please, when I upload the link, please post them there. And at home, you can always practice neurolines. Don't just draw lines from sort of the outside of the flower, draw them from inside of the flower as well. Connect your inner self, your inner child. To the outside. And then obviously we can round everywhere where lines cross. We need to create smooth flow of lines. So practicing self-love will not make us an egoist or anything. If we love ourselves, we love other people. So say, listen to yourself, listen to your needs. And self-loving people tend to treat themselves well, and then they treat others well. Treat others as you want to be treated. People with self-love are generally happy people. And we need to stop criticizing ourselves for little things. but love and appreciate us for who we are. Our body is what we were given, and that's the only place we're going to live in. Treating it well, taking it for nice walks in nature. That's great self-care, feeding it good food. Making sure that, it sleeps well. I always like to say that you wouldn't put bad sort of diesel into a petrol car. So we need to look after our body and put the right everything in it. And we need to look after ourselves, not just from physical, but also spiritual, emotional, in spiritual, emotional sense as well. Practice creativity, Neurographica. It will serve you in good stead and sort of develop creativity in life. And creative people are more creative everywhere, in work, at home, with kids, with relationships. Okay, so I think I've done enough lines connecting, so I hope you are as well. And let's move on to my favorite, working with color. Later on, if you decide you want to add a few lines or if you want to round some more, please do. I'm sure most of us have done the rounding. So I'm working in pencils today. I do like pencils. And it's Neurographics, so it's graphic method. So we are it's not, we're working with dry media, so to say. So pick the colors that you really like, that make you happy. So I want a nice yellow inside. And when we draw and when we work with color Neurographica, we don't just do a little mosaic work, kind of like painting by numbers. We take a pencil and we cover several areas with the same color. Don't worry if your camellia is not going to look like, proper white camellia or red camellia, etc. It doesn't matter. It's our fantasy flower. And pick the colors that you love, because it is a manifestation of self-love. Just use the colors that appeal to you the most. And say color several sections. I'm really drawn to nice summery juicy yellow. I'm going to pick even juicier yellow. Colors is wonderful. Every color carries certain energy, so pick the colors that resonate with you. Not just with your eyes, but like literally every cell in your body. To move on to orange. Orange is a lovely, wonderful color. Interesting color of Christmas for me, because it's a sort of, in Christmas time you always have satsumas and tangerines, etc. So a happy color. And I'm going to pick actually blue next. If you have any questions, you can ask them in the chats. As I say, I think with Neurographica, it really helps you open you up, like literally like this flower opens you up. You have a little, bud, and then as the flower unpacks itself, there's more and more, becomes more and more beautiful. And literally, if I find that if you, for me, neurographic is quite scientific method. So if you, where attention goes, energy flows. In this kind of joy neurographic, you activate almost like new life scenarios that are much more likely to happen if you spend time with them and if you draw them. And pay attention. I just want to take blue outside. And I want to take this blue out. Yes, how are you feeling, guys? How do you like working with color? I'm going to go for nice sort of green, calm. Margarita, nice to see you. Thank you very much. I look forward to seeing you in, I was going to say in side by side in a second. Yeah, so pick the colors that make you happy. Don't hold back, even if it's a color that doesn't look good in normal life. I'm drawn to this beautiful lilac. I get scared of color. I like the lines more, but it really comes to life when colors are added. And I find this is when the transformation happens. Nice. It is the transformation. I just get when I add color, it's literally I can't breathe. It's almost like there's just so much energy coming in, so much inspiration. I'm really quite amazed at how this is exactly what my entire being needed today. Thank you very much. Oh, my pleasure. So we don't need to round in the middle. You can round in the middle, and I started rounding. I don't have many kind of corners. I will probably spend a bit more time later. I will look at it again and round. So, I mean, because I was drawing neurographic lines, so look at it. Yes, no. So look at the middle of the flower later in more details. And if you think anything needs to be rounded, please do. Yes, middle of the flower. Yes, no, yeah. Oh, just now I've added so much kind of blue and purple. My heart is asking for a bit of pink. So I'm going to take this wonderful pink and go all girly pink on top. That's and take your color. I like blending. I like mixing colors. This is what life is all about. It's the palette of colors, our life. So I like blending colors between themselves and creating beautiful futuristic hues. If you don't finish the coloring today, that's perfectly fine. I actually often leave my drawing till next day, and then I work with color a bit more. The main thing when you draw Neurographica is that you finish your rounding. It's health and safety. You finish your rounding. But adding bits of color here and there can be done later. I almost sometimes like to sleep on the drawing. Not literally sleep on the drawing, but obviously kind of sleep on it and see how it looks next day and what else is needed. Let's not forget about the outside of the flower. Give it a little bit more color as well. Need more green. I'm aware of the time, so I've speeded up a little bit. You don't have to color the whole drawing because white is also a color. And you can keep certain areas white. And as I say, give it a little bit of space to breathe. More purple. So I really look forward to seeing your flowers. Let's see. Okay, just sort of the next step, I will be drawing a bit more. Even now, I want to finish kind of all the steps of the algorithm, and maybe if we have another minute, we'll do a little bit more coloring, working with color. I don't like the word coloring, working with color. So now we're going to draw these beautiful energy field lines. So these are the support lines, and they are what makes Neurographica so amazing. And literally, when you draw these lines with a thicker marker, they just give this pulse. It's almost like, I like to think of them as arteries that run through our bodies and give us, that life force. So I'm going to, I can see 3 actually at the moment. And be bold, and remember to round them properly later, because that's what makes Neurographic drawings so beautiful. As you can see, I'm a big fan of Neurographica, and I think as an artist, it's it's a great kind of like entry level into the world of art. This one's gone. Okay, so, and at the end, you look at your drawing and you think, what was the most kind of memorable thing about this drawing? What would you like to emphasize? What would you like when the person, your friend, comes and looks at this, and what do you want for them to notice first? Okay, so I'm going actually to do the inner circle, my inner child. I'm going to put a thicker kind of marker around it. And this is, I embrace my inner child. I embrace myself. And I'm going to look after myself, like I did with that little girl with teddy bear. And I'm going to give it nice care and a good hug once in a while. So this is my drawing. We have another 5 minutes, so we can do a bit more color. I actually want to work a little bit on the outside with color. That's not the right color I picked. My soul is aching for slightly different color, so I'm picking this one. Because sometimes when you work on the sort of surrounding areas, your flower pops out better. I'm going to take this purple a little bit in the flower as well. So I hope you enjoyed the drawing. I hope you're going to commit to loving yourself more and more every day and start this wonderful lifelong romance. Thank you, and this was very interesting and fun. Very much enjoyed. Thank you. Thank you very much for this beautiful class. Oh, my pleasure. I look forward to seeing you all online, offline when this is all over. Yes, I have Facebook group for Neurographic and Neuro Art lovers, and I'll see you at the conference. As I say, I really look forward to seeing your beautiful, beautiful drawings. I bet I'll see some stunning work. Thank you, Anna D. Thank you. This was wonderful. Oh, you're giving me so much love. I love it. My flower is becoming even bigger. I might even, thanks to you, I might even draw additional petals. Yeah, I'm joking. Okay, so let me swap the camera around. Yes, so this is what it looks now. And I will work a little bit more with color. Thank you very much for being such a wonderful, supportive crowd. I really appreciate it. And it is a lovely being here, drawing in this circle. So thank you very much.